Okay, hear me out. Colleges, buildings, dining halls, elevators. Alright, now I want you to think, what do those have in common? Yeah, I'm not really sure either, but today I'm going to talk about how I got my hand stuck in an elevator in a dining hall at a college. Let's start with a quick setup. The dining hall was on the second floor of one of the main buildings, and I'd just eaten. So I leave the dining hall feeling pretty good about myself. I mean, I'd just eaten like a whole pizza. It was pretty good. As I'm walking out, I see the elevator on one side, and then a little bit further down, I see the stairs. And now, despite my better judgment, since I'd just eaten and I didn't really feel like walking downstairs, it wasn't even upstairs, it was downstairs. But regardless, I didn't feel like walking down them. So I decided to overlook the fact that this elevator looked like it had been around since the Great Depression. In my head, I was like, how bad can it be? The answer to that question is very bad. So I get in this elevator and it doesn't just fall straight down to the first floor. So, that's a good thing. The good Lord must have been smiling upon me. And so I'm in the elevator and I push the button to go to the first floor, and then I realize I forgot something in the dining hall. So, I stick my hand out to stop the door from closing, because most elevators have like a safety mechanism that keeps it from actually crushing anything. And now, until this day, I thought it was all elevators that had that. But if you'll notice, I said most. So this one didn't. And while I bet you can imagine the surprised look on my face when the door doesn't stop closing, and instead I can't get my hand out quick enough because I realized too slow, and it just closes on my hand. So now basically I'm just standing in this elevator with my fingers all in the door. I'm using my left hand to try to pull the thing open to keep it from closing any more than it already has. And so I'm kind of just sitting there holding it back, and I'm like, it's going to open eventually. It'll realize that there's something here and it's stopping it from closing, because I definitely wasn't going down. It's like it was kept trying to close the door. And this 1930s Depression-aged elevator did not have any of those things, and it didn't reopen. So it became clear after I was standing there for a while that this thing's not going to open. I'm just going to have to figure something out. So then I was like, I'll just wait until somebody tries to come in the elevator, right? There's got to be somebody else that's going to use this thing, and then the door will open when they push the button. No, the answer is no. Nobody was stupid enough to use this old elevator, except me, apparently.
You know what, on second thought I'm good, never mind.
So it's also worth noting that this elevator had like two doors on it, one in the front and one in the back, because just the way it was positioned in the building, you go in one and go out the other. And so the buttons were actually on the back side, so I couldn't even push the open button, because after a little bit I realized, why don't I just push that? But I literally couldn't reach it, because if I would have let go with my one hand that was pulling on the door, then it absolutely would have continued and finished crushing my fingers. So my only option was to pull a stupid 007 and kick the thing with my foot. So I'm standing there on one foot, holding the elevator with my left hand, trying to kick the button on the back of the elevator. Yeah, and if I was any shorter, I probably would still be stuck in that elevator this day. And yeah, I was finally able to push the button to open it up, and after I got out of the elevator, I was thinking pretty good about myself, because I figured out how to MacGyver this elevator door open. But then looking back, it's kind of like, no, I was the idiot that got stuck in the elevator in the first place. So I don't know how I feel about it now. But I guess I feel well enough to share it with random strangers on the internet. So take that as you will. Alright, so thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. It really helps out. Also I forgot to mention in the video earlier that after I took my fingers out, after I got out, there was a dent in the in my fingers across the four of them. And it's hard to explain, because dent doesn't sound right for fingers, but it looked like mushed baby carrots, somebody had pressed into them. It was really weird, and it went away in 30 minutes or an hour. It poofed back up, but I'll try to find some pictures of it. If any other unfortunate soul has had this happen, and they'll be right here if I can. But if not, then I don't know. Just imagine it. And I also don't really know how to end this, so I'm just gonna end it like that.